How do the cerebral lobes divide brain anatomy? Imagine the brain as a busy city with different neighborhoods, each with its own special role. The cerebral lobes are like these neighborhoods, dividing the brain into functional areas. The cerebrum, the largest part of the brain, is split into two halves called hemispheres. Each hemisphere is further divided into four main regions, or lobes, based on surface landmarks like grooves and ridges. These landmarks are called sulci and gyri. Think of sulci as the streets and gyri as the neighborhood's buildings. These divisions are not physical barriers but help us understand how the brain organizes its many functions. The first neighborhood is the frontal lobe, located at the front of the brain. It stretches from the forehead back to a groove called the central sulcus. This area is like the brain's control center for decision-making, planning, and movement. It contains the motor cortex, which sends signals to muscles to move. It also has the prefrontal cortex, which helps with complex thinking and making choices. Broca's area, found here, is key for speech production. When this part gets damaged, people might struggle to speak or control their movements. Next is the parietal lobe, sitting behind the frontal lobe and above the temporal lobe. It acts like the brain's sensory hub. It processes information from touch, temperature, and pain. The somatosensory cortex, located here, interprets these sensations, letting us feel pressure or pain. This lobe also helps us understand where our body parts are in space, which is important for moving around and coordinating actions. The temporal lobe is on the sides of the brain, beneath the frontal and parietal lobes. It's like the brain's auditory and memory center. It processes sounds from our ears and helps us understand language. Wernicke's area, found here, is essential for understanding what we hear. The temporal lobe also helps us recognize smells and tastes, adding to our sensory experience. At the back of the brain is the occipital lobe. Its main job is to process visual information. It takes signals from the eyes and turns them into images we recognize. When you see a face or a tree, the occipital lobe helps you identify it. It connects what you see to memories stored in the brain, making sense of your visual world. Some classifications include other lobes like the insular and limbic lobes. The insular lobe helps with internal body awareness, while the limbic lobe is involved in emotions and memory. But the four main lobes, frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital, are the most commonly referenced. All these lobes work together seamlessly. For example, reaching for an object involves the frontal lobe's planning, the parietal lobe's sensory feedback, and the occipital lobe's visual input. They are interconnected and coordinate to support movement, language, perception, and memory. The way the brain is divided into these lobes helps organize its complex functions, making sure each part has a role in controlling and supporting our body and mind.